Hey friends. Hey friends. It's weird to film. I keep, leaving, coming back, but the truth is I have had some serious struggles over the last, couple weeks. I have had like this major uptick in my health anxiety. As you guys know, I've been working out and I have been losing weight rapidly, which is really cool. And the working out has been great. I've been feeling really good. Like a week ago, I noticed this swelling or sac of fluid. It's gross, I know. Sac of fluid just sounds gross. On my right thigh. And it totally sent me into a spiral. I thought I was having like a blood clot, a DVT. I have no idea what it was. Long story short, I'm embarrassed to say, but I ended up in the urgent care. I didn't go to the hospital. I went to an urgent care at like midnight. I have IT band syndrome, which is basically like your IT band runs down from your hip to your knee, and it can cause burr sacs, which are sacs of fluid from swelling, blah, blah, blah. That's what I have. But I struggled and I couldn't calm down, and I went to the worst case scenario, as I typically do when something is not right in my body. The truth, I'm 31 years old, I'm gonna be 32. Things change and your body does weird stuff even when nothing's wrong with you. Like your body can do weird things or feel different, or you have sensations like chest pain or anything. But when you are in the mind of someone with health anxiety, it's really hard to rationalize your thoughts into, this isn't the worst case scenario, you're not dying, this is not a blood clot, this is not a heart attack, this is not anything. So when I was at the hospital, they did like an EKG, a chest x-ray, everything was fine, and they sent me on my merry way with like muscle relaxers and stuff, which I don't really need to take them, but it's not why I went. I just went to make sure I wasn't dying. And it's been an interesting experience. So I definitely went back into some serious therapy. I have this workbook that I'm working through, which I will link down below, to help with my health anxiety. And it's been hard to film because I've been so embarrassed. I've been so embarrassed that I let myself do this to myself, because it's torture. It's torture for me. I live in a state of just constant fear that something is going to go wrong or that I'm going to die. As you guys know, I was gonna be a year old in a couple weeks, which is just mind-blowing to me. And I had a really traumatic experience with this birth and the infection afterwards and everything. And for some reason, it's all coming, flooding back to me. I definitely have some things to work through. I know for a fact that anybody in their right mind, a bariatric surgeon, would not medically clear me for surgery. There's no freaking way that I should be medically cleared for surgery with the way that my health anxiety is right now. There is no way, because with a surgery on my stomach, it would absolutely have things not go wrong, but be different, or sensations, feeling. It's such a huge change physically that the way that my brain is set up right now, there is absolutely no way that I would get through it in a sane state of mind. There just isn't. The plus side is I have been working out and eating really well, and John has been such a motivator for me and so supportive. He's doing, wait till you guys see his weigh-in next week. He's already lost so much weight. He's just so motivated and motivating. Together, him and I have lost over 35, 40 pounds since January 1st. I definitely want to keep you guys updated and stuff, but that's where my head has been. We took Eb to the zoo for the first time. He didn't love it. He was more people watching than he was watching the animals, because he's not used to seeing humans like that. He's not used to seeing humans that he doesn't know. And it's all overall, I think the pandemic has taken a toll on a lot of people. I didn't think it really bothered me as far as my health anxiety goes, but just these last couple years of just constant things changing, illnesses, losing people we love to these illnesses. And I always say it's like immersion therapy, but there are things that I need to work out within myself to progress in life, because I cannot be scared of every single thing that is going on in my body. I just can't. I need to trust my body. I need to work on myself. I need to make sure that I'm not, I don't know. I just need to make sure that I am my best self, because I'm not, it's not like I'm scared to, I'm not scared to die. I just want to live. I don't know if that makes sense. So I guess I am scared to die. I just have so much to live for. I have a young child. I have a special needs child who needs me for such a long time. So I've been working that out with my therapist. Yes, I have a therapist, and she is wonderful, so beneficial to me. And we work specifically on my health anxiety, because that is the root cause of my anxiety and all the things that go along with it. That is my main source of stress, is something going wrong with me. And she's been wonderful, and we've been working it out, and I'm in a really good spot right now, and I have to work at it. I have to work at it every single day. I have to make sure I don't Google. I have to make sure that I'm, you know, trusting my body, that it's there to keep me safe. I'm not just some weak, physically, like a physical person that can't handle hard things. My body has gotten through really hard things, and it will continue to get through hard things. And I always say, like, me being hyper aware will catch something, but like I'm catching nothing, you know what I mean? Like I'm catching anxiety attacks, and it's hard to live like this. Like it's hard to live like this every day, to just kind of battle yourself. Like, am I dying? 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 I have to be dying. Is that cancer? Is it a heart attack? Is it a stroke? Is it what is it? What is it? What is it? And it's absolutely awful. So that's where I've been. I've been really, I really struggled, and it's been like 4 or 5 days now that I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still exercising, even with this like burr sac thing on my leg. It's gross. It's not gross. It just feels like really squishy cellulite kind of, but it's definitely fluid. The doctor was like, yeah, I could see why you would think that was troublesome, but it's not a blood clot. You're gonna be okay. And you know, ugh. It's just so it's embarrassing that I have no control over my rational thinking when it comes to my health and when it comes to anxiety. It's really embarrassing. And I've gotten a lot of shit for it over the years on the internet, and it just is what it is. I think there's a stigma attached to being a hypochondriac, which that is not a thing anymore in the DSM-5. They don't diagnose people with hypochondriac or hypochondriaism or something is what it's called. It's health anxiety. There's 2 different kinds. I'm learning a lot about it, and it doesn't have to control my life. Like there are ways to make myself feel better, not necessarily medication either, because it's not something that I struggle with all the time. I just have these moments in my life, like a month at a time, where I'm just absolutely hyper focused on something, and I think something's going on and it's really nothing. So definitely working out some super hard shit in my life. And I'm sorry I'm cussing. Sorry I said shit twice. We're grown-ups here. I hope we're grown-ups here. But I have to be honest with you, like I've had a lot of really good conversations with people over on Instagram. I've been sharing over there. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not crazy, and I know that I'm not the only person who struggles or feels this way, especially people who have been through some sort of traumatic health experience in their life. I've talked about it a few years ago. I had a major cancer scare when I was in 7th grade. I had a non-ossifying fibroma in my left femur. I had a major surgery to remove it. I have cadaver bone, like putty in my left femur. That is my whole entire bone. If the whole deal when I was a kid going into surgery, they knew when they went in there, if it was cancer, they were going to amputate my leg. Like I've had some traumatic health things happen in my life. I'm not just, you know, I'm not just worried I'm gonna die. I've had some like serious things go on with my own body to where I don't trust my body at all, and it sucks. It's a sucky feeling. And I think because I did so well with Ella's C-section, I went into Everett's birth completely oblivious to what could really go wrong, and like the worst case scenario happened for me, and I got through it. Like I got through it. I was a boss through that, to be honest with you. I breastfed, I pumped 8 times a day with an infection that literally, I had that infection for like 2 months, 8 weeks. And it was disgusting and hard to deal with and hard to manage, but I did harder stuff. I took care of a newborn, I pumped and everything. Like, I have to give myself credit. So I'm going off on a tangent, but I was all of that to say, like, sometimes you have to step back. And I feel when I come on the internet and I'm like faking it, not even really faking it, but not telling you what's really going on with me, what I'm really struggling with, that's not why I started my channel in the first place. Like, it's embarrassing to come onto the internet and say, like, I always think I'm gonna die. I went to the emergency room for a muscle strain in my leg. Like, that's embarrassing. And I'm not proud of that, because I don't want to take up resources or waste anybody's time. But when you're in the like deep dark of night and you really believe or have convinced yourself or Googled enough that something is super wrong with you, and like your children can't live without you, you don't want to die, you don't want to go to sleep because you don't want to die, it's like, it is so hard. It's so hard to express that like feeling, and people who don't understand. And I had a really hard time. I was talking to John, I'm like, I don't want to film. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I feel crazy. And you know, there's a certain group of people who make fun of me for it. I have friends who don't even understand, who don't get it, who don't make fun of me for it, but aren't necessarily super nice or kind or understanding about it either. And it's hard, and it's hard to talk about. But having all of you guys over, the group of people I've been talking to over on Instagram who understand, who struggle like I do, it makes me feel like I should share it, because that's why I did this. I started my channel to talk about literally anything and everything, what I struggle with, where I'm like succeeding. Like, everything is going so good in my life. Like, everything is going well. I am the healthiest I've been since I got pregnant. I really am now, because I've had all the tests done, so I'm okay. I am happy in my marriage. There was some things that we had to like work through, not work through bad, but just John and I have gotten to a really good, strong place. We had to recenter and refocus and like really express to each other like what we needed from each other. And it's just, I've never been happier. And it's like, every time I feel that happy, I'm like, something's gonna happen. Why am I like that? It's so annoying. I hate that. But I know I keep coming on the internet and just, I don't want to be a buzzkill. I don't want to like, I don't know. I'm struggling with filming. I really am struggling with sharing. And I've never been like that. I've always shared with you guys literally what my poop looks like. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, I share everything with you guys. So that's really what's been going on. And it's been dark. Like, it was dark. It was very emotional for me. I don't know, it wasn't a mental breakdown, but like, I have never been that emotional, and it was my worst health anxiety experience I've ever had. It was. I think I needed it to, I don't know, really focus myself and realize that I have to take the help that I can get seriously. It doesn't affect my day. Like, I still get my shit done. Like, I still take really good care of my kids. I'm a mom first always, and with Ev being a toddler and almost a toddler, and Ella's doing so good, you guys. Like, I can't even express to you how great she's doing. My kids are my world. They take up a lot of my time, and being a mother is my first priority. But I love sharing with you guys. Like, I love sharing. I love making vlogs. I really do. But I've had such a hard time these last couple months just knowing what to share, or feeling like I shouldn't share because I don't want to get any bad comments, which are, why do I care? I don't really care. I don't know. I'm venting. So just bear with me, okay? But that's what's going on. I've been embarrassed to come on here and be like, yep, Lauren went to urgent care for a leg strain that she convinced herself was deep vein thrombosis. Blood clot that I thought was going to kill me in the middle of the night, and my babies would never have their mom again. And that is the absolute, I'm laughing because it's not funny, but it was the absolute worst feeling I've ever felt. And I hate that I struggle like that, and I hate that my brain goes there, but I can't control it. And I have to give myself grace, and I have to give myself help. I need to really work on it and work on myself. And I'm at this point in time totally pausing weight loss surgery. Number one, because I'm doing really well right now with weight loss, and I think I've glorified weight loss surgery in my brain. Like it's gonna be so easy and you'll lose weight so fast and then all of your problems will go away because you'll be smaller and you'll feel better. But me surgically altering my stomach and then having to manage whatever comes after that, which could be nothing, I could just handle it fine, or it could be a slew of just things because it's a huge physical change to your body. Mentally, with my health anxiety, that sounds like gasoline on a fire to me. And if I was brutally honest with my therapist at the bariatric surgery center that I go to, which I do have an appointment with him, I can almost guarantee you he will not clear me. I would not clear me. I would probably tell him not to clear me. I'm probably going to tell him not to clear me. Just because it just doesn't feel like I could handle it. Like I don't feel like I could handle it. I really don't. I feel as if it would absolutely not be good for me as far as how my health anxiety goes. And I don't want to spend more time in an ER, and I don't want to spend more time in a doctor's office and worry if my stomach's leaking or if I'm going to have dumping syndrome or whatever. Like it's just, yeah. So I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep fasting. Fasting's been working really well for me. Over the last 2 weeks, I've lost 11 more pounds. I am 8 pounds below the weight I was when I got pregnant with Ev. I'm really close to a major goal, and when I get there, I may share it. A weight goal that I've been having in my brain for a long time. And I'm just trying to take care of myself. I'm trying to be an adult. I'm trying to be better. So that's a lot of talking. I don't know how much of it made sense, but that's where I've been. I'm really gonna try hard to make some content and film and vlog. Everett's birthday's coming up. All the things for his party are rolling in. I can't wait to share that part of life with you. He's so close to walking. I want you guys to be a part of that because you guys have been a huge, huge part of my life for years now. And if I don't share my struggles, I feel disingenuous, and I feel like I'm not being honest because I know that I'm not alone, even though it is very embarrassing. And to me, I feel embarrassed. It is what it is. We all have something. Everybody struggles with something, and this is one of my somethings. One of my somethings, but I'm doing everything I can think possible to work through it. Therapy, homework at home with my little anxiety workbook. It's pretty great, honestly, so I will leave it linked down below. But I never want you guys to feel alone or embarrassed if you struggle with something that others may deem stupid or silly or crazy. You're not crazy. You just have a hard time. So that's where I've been. Another video where I say that's where I've been. I'm gonna, pick up the vlog, and I hope you guys are doing really well. And if you're going through a hard time, like a lot of people are going through a hard time because of the pandemic, you miss your family or you've lost family members or whatever. It's been a weird couple of years for a lot of us, for everyone. It's been weird and hard and an adjustment. And I feel like everyone's come to a point where they're just trying to manage life and get back to life or live their best life, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. I'm certifiable, I'm sure. To a lot of you, I'm certifiable, but you're doing great. I'm really proud of you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.